Cracking fingers is a really common thing people do when they're stressed, bored, or just as a habit that they don't notice. And for as many times as you've heard someone crack their fingers, you've also heard someone say, "Stop doing that, that'll give you arthritis." But is this really true or just a myth made up by people who don't like the sound? To figure this out, we're going to have to find out how fingers actually crack. Your finger is split up into finger joints. You have three of them. The bottom joint, called the MCP, the middle, called the PIP, and the top, called the DIP. In between these finger joints is a type of fluid called synovial fluid. When you move your fingers, you'll notice that it isn't difficult and doesn't hurt. That's because of the synovial fluid in between your joints. The synovial fluid prevents friction by cushioning the ends of the bones. Think of it like grease. If there's enough grease in an engine, everything will work smoothly and perfectly. But if it doesn't have enough grease, then everything will start to wear down. This is why when you get older, you could get arthritis, because as your body gets older, it'll stop making things as well as it did when you were younger. This includes synovial fluid. Older you will make less synovial fluid as younger you, which will make your hands function worse than when you were younger. But how does a liquid that makes your fingers move smoothly not stop it from cracking? Tiny bubbles of gas form in the synovial fluid. These gas bubbles are usually made of nitrogen. They're formed when your joint moves further than usual and gases leave the liquid to form the gaps that the liquid can't. So does this mean that cracking fingers is just like popping bubble wrap? Well, yeah. Cracking fingers or knuckles happens when you apply pressure to a joint and that makes a popping sound. It used to be believed that this is by moving the actual joint itself, but recent studies show that it's actually the synovial fluid and not the joint. And by putting pressure on your joints, this will make the bubbles in your synovial fluid pop, making the cracking sound. Once you've cracked the bubbles, it will reabsorb back into the synovial fluid, which is why you can't crack your fingers for a while after cracking them. The gases have just absorbed back into the liquid, and they need more time before they can come out again. At least this is a cause that I believe. There are many different theories as to how this happens, but all the research that I've done has led me to this conclusion. Does this mean that cracking your fingers just won't cause arthritis at all? Well, the only link between arthritis and cracking fingers is that both involve synovial fluid, but they don't cause or prevent each other. There is no proper study that proves the fact that knuckle or finger cracking causes arthritis, but there can be some other problems associated with it. For starters, a study in 1990 of 300 people showed that 74 people who cracked their knuckles and fingers had a weaker grip and more hand swelling than the other 226 who didn't in the study. As well as this, there are more cases of dislocated joints and tendon injuries in people who have tried to crack their knuckles, but with improper form. It all comes down to what form and what technique you use and how much pressure is applied for how dangerous cracking fingers or knuckles is. I was also going to include why your knees, your neck and your back crack, but there isn't a lot of research on these. The cause for why your knees crack, for example, just is all speculation. There is very little studies done on it. It's not really known as of the writing of this script. Cracking your neck seems to be fine as long as you do it slowly and no more than a few times a day. And back cracking seems to be much the same. However, just like cracking fingers and knuckles, while it is mostly safe, there can be a few issues that are much more severe when it comes to the neck and the back. If you crack your knuckles or fingers wrong, a joint can be dislocated, but this can be fixed. Cracking your neck wrongly and too often can wear down cartilage and cause arthritis in your neck, blood clots, or injure your spine. If you crack your back too forcefully, you could pinch a nerve, strain muscles, or injure blood vessels. Just like with fingers and knuckle cracking, it's all down to your form and how much force you apply. So really, to find out the proper form, go to a chiropractor, go to a professional to find out the best way to crack. I'm not a professional in cracking. This is just research that I've done as a student. I don't know that much about chiropractors or anything, so do not take my word for it. Do research yourself, go to a professional, find out if it's safe or not and if your method of doing it is safe. And this results saying that finger cracking, knuckle cracking is safe and doesn't cause arthritis, and that neck and back cracking is safe but in moderation. This could all change. It could turn out that it's very safe and that you don't have to worry about it at all, or it could turn out to be way worse. But overall, with all the research that I could find and all the studies that have been done as of the making of this script, it seems to be that if you crack properly with a good form and just stop when there's pain, you should be fine. Contact a professional if you feel any pain, but apart from that, it doesn't cause arthritis at the very least. Thanks for watching. I will be making the Discord server once I hit 100 subscribers, and we are 1/17th of the way there. We just need 17 times the amount of subscribers we have now. But that is fine. Once we reach 100, I'll post the Discord link in the 100 subscribers video. I'm not sure what topic that'll be just yet. I don't know how close we'll be, so I can't really choose it right now. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you find any research that actually debunks my claims, just put them in the comments below. And if it turns out, then I'll make another video. Yes, I know. If you have any good ideas for a video, or any ideas at all, just put them in the comments. I'll do anything. I'm thinking of starting doing documentaries, like my first video again. So long form content, and I'll also keep doing short little videos describing things. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, tell me what I could improve on, tell me what you'd like to see, and leave a like.